Hello you beautiful, beautiful people. Today we're jumping into the winter dry season for Forza Horizon 5 and we're completing this week's Forzathon Challenges Ultimate Off-Roader. We're grabbing 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards our festival playlist. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing so you can find your way back to the channel for more videos just like this one. A like rating would be much appreciated. Let's jump into this week's Forzathon Challenges. Now, normally the weekly Forzathon Challenges pays out 80 Forzathon points, but if you pick up the Player House La Casa Soldiera, it will double all Forzathon points for all Forzathon activities, daily Forzathon Challenges, weekly Forzathon Challenges, and the Forzathon points for Horizon Arcade. This house can be picked up for 1.5 million credits, or it is free if you have the VIP pass. For this week's Forzathon Challenges, we are jumping in the 2016 Jeep Trailcat. You can pick this car up at the auto show for 75,000 credits, or you can head over to the auction house, try and pick yourself up a bargain. I do have a tune available, pushing out 840 horsepower using four-wheel drive in Class A 800. If you want to use my tune, just search my gamer tag Skippy4631 or use the share code that's in the description and in the comments below. We're going to jump straight into this week's Forzathon shop. The 2018 Bugatti Chiron is your first car for grabs for 700 Forzathon points. You can also grab it at the auto show for 2.4 million credits, or you can win this car through wheelspin. Second car for grabs, the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, 400 Forzathon points. Also available at the auto show, very cheap at 150,000 credits, can also be won through wheelspins. Got the pink blazer and the pop and lock emote up for grabs. Both of these are Festival Players and Forzathon Shop exclusive. 75 Forzathon points for each of those. You can also grab yourself a normal wheel spin for 80 Forzathon points, or you can head on down and grab yourself a super duper wheel spin for 300 Forzathon points. Now at the end of the video we will check out the rest of this week's Festival Players rewards, but first we'll jump in and get this week's Forzathon Challenges Ultimate Off-Roader completed, kicking off with Chapter 1 Safari Concept. Own and drive the 2016 Jeep Trailcat, built as a tribute to the 50th anniversary of the Moab Jeep Safari. Own and drive then, hop outside any festival site or player house, drive 2 seconds down the road, and Safari Concept completed. With Chapter 1 completed, it is on to Chapter 2, Hellcat Power. Win 3 dirt trail events in your Jeep Trailcat and see for yourself what a Hellcat powered Jeep is capable of. Now for this chapter, head on into your map and filter by dirt racing events, making them a little bit easier to see and find. Now one thing to note about this chapter, it does have to be a sprint race, it cannot be a circuit race. I'm keeping it fairly close to home and we're going to use the Deserto Trail, where I have created a cheeky blueprint called Forzathon Easy Chapter 2. If you'd like to use it, share code is 161767439. Here we go then, race number 1. As we do need to win all 3 races, I have locked driver type difficulty to above average. I've also locked it to the Jeep Trailcat only. And after using the same blueprint 3 times, you do join me at the end of race number 3. That is across the line. First place. And that is Hellcat Power completed. So with Chapter 2 done and dusted, it is on to Chapter 3, Natural Instincts. Catch some birds with your Jeep Trailcat and earn 15 air skills. Now this chapter can be completed absolutely anywhere within the free roam map. One of the best places to head is Dunas Blancas, where there are tons of sand dunes and tons of jumps to get those air skills. Once you have arrived at Dunas Blancas, quite simply jump between the sand dunes, earning air, great air, awesome air or ultimate air. Everything will count towards this chapter, just don't roll your Jeep. And after earning 15 air skills, that's Natural Instincts completed. So with Chapter 3 done and dusted, it is on to Chapter 4, our 4th and final chapter this week, Treacherous Terrain. The Jeep Trailcat is meant for climbing over rough terrain, fulfill its purpose and win 3 cross-country series events. Now just like Chapter 2, for this chapter head on into your map, but this time filter by the cross-country racing events, making them a little bit easier to see and find. Now I did just do a circuit race and it didn't count towards this chapter, so we're going to be using this, the Festival Cross Country Trail, which is a sprint race, where I have created a cheeky blueprint called Forzathon Easy Chapter 4. If you want to use it, the share code is 1671929943. Like I say, this is a sprint race, as I did just do a circuit race and it didn't count towards this chapter. Let me know in the comments if you're using a sprint race or a circuit race to get this complete. Here we go then, race number 1 of our 3 cross-country races for this chapter. We're locked to the Jeep Trailcat. We're also locked to above average driver tires. There's no reason to make this any harder than it needs to be. As we come up to the end of our final race for this chapter, again repeating the same race 3 times, that is across the line, first place. So after winning 3 cross-country trail events, that is chapter 4, Treacherous Terrain, completed, which finishes off this week's Forzathon Challenges Ultimate Off-Roader for 160 Forzathon points in the bank and 5 points towards our festival playlist. And speaking of the festival playlist, up for grabs this week in the winter dry season, for 25 points you've got the awesome Porsche Carrera, and for 45 points we've got the brand new to Forza Horizon 5, the Toyota AT38. For this week's online trial grand final, we got 1 super wheel spin up for grabs. For the seasonal playground games Cat and Mouse, we got the GMC Vandura up for grabs. We got 2 wheel spins and 1 super wheel spin for completing the 3 PR stunts. For the seasonal championships, cross country skiing, you've got the Aerial Nomad up for grabs. For speed skating, the BMW M5 2012, and for athletes, the classic Running Man emote. For this week's 30 challenge, Big City Lights, you'll be grabbing the Forza Link chat phrase action. For this week's Horizon Open challenge, you'll be grabbing the Kinda Sus Forza Link chat phrase. And this week's Eliminator challenge, you're grabbing another Forza Link chat phrase, I have the high ground. And for this week's collectibles, Light the Beacons, you're grabbing the reward of Eat My Dust, which again I assume is another Forza Link chat phrase. And there we go, that's this week's Forzathon Challenges, the weekly Forzathon shop, and this week's festival playlist rewards. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, definitely consider subscribing. A like rating would be much appreciated. Stay safe and have an awesome day.